Hello everyone, welcome back to Yarn by the Glass. My name is Reese, and in today's video I'm going to be showing you guys how to create the Summer Nights triangle scarf. So I'm using a self-striping yarn because I like the color changes, and I picked this one because I liked the bright pinks and the bright oranges, which reminded me a lot of some summer nights. I went with a self-striping yarn because I liked the way when the triangle shape is coming out, the striping itself looks really cool. So for this project, I used a self-striping yarn because I like the way that the colors all come together. Because once you have it out in this triangle shape, you can see all the colors expanding out. And it's just a really cool effect. And then it's basically just granny squares. So it starts here in the middle and then works out from there. We're going to be adding stitches along the edges here and then into the middle. And that is what it's going to give it that triangular shape. So why don't we get into what we're going to be needing for this project so that you guys can make it too, and how to do it. Alright, so for this project we are going to be using any kind of worsted weight yarn. We are going to be using a crochet hook eye, or the 5.5 millimeter, some scissors, and a tapestry needle. Alright, so once you've found the end of your yarn, we are going to start off with a slip knot. Maybe. There we go. Okay, and then to get this going, we are going to start by making a magic circle. So we're going to chain 4. We're going to do a slip stitch into that first chain. Chain 3. Okay, and so you can see we have a circle here with a clear center. And so that's what we're going to be working into. So we're going to do 2 double crochets into the center. So not into any of the chains that we did, into the middle of all the chains. Chain 2. And 3 double crochets into that same spot. Chain 3. Okay, so it doesn't look like much now, but hopefully pretty soon you can see it. So into that chain, or into the bottom of the chain, that very first stitch, we are going to be doing 2 double crochets. That chain 3 is going to count as one of the 3. All right, so we have that. And then we're going to be doing into the chain 2 space, we're going to be doing 2 double crochets, or I'm sorry, 3 double crochets. Chain 2. 3 double crochets. And then into the top of that chain space from before, actually right in between those 2 there, we're going to be doing 3 double crochets. Alright, so you can see our triangular shape is starting to form. We're going to be doing 3 chains, turning our work, and then into that space, 2 double crochets. Moving into that space between our group of 3 and our next group of 3. we we're going to do 3 more double crochets. And then into that chain 2 space, what just happened? Into that chain 2 space, 3 double crochets. Chain 2, 3 more double crochets. Into that next space, 3 double crochets. And then between the last and the second to last, we're going to be doing 3 double crochets. Right, now we're going to chain 3, turn our work, and keep going. So that is essentially the pattern. And we are building mostly at the top and then in the beginning. So we're turning the 1 into 3. You can see our triangle is now definitely a triangle. And so the key things to remember are you're going to always be doing 3 double crochets, including the chain 3 space, at the very beginning between those first 2 stitches and the last 2 stitches on the other side. And then we're going to be increasing up here where we do the 2 groups of double crochets with a chain 2 up at the center, and that's what's going to help branch everything out. And then the other thing to remember is as we keep building and as we keep going, the sides here are going to keep increasing. With each new row, it's going to keep increasing. And so the number of side groups that you're going to do is going to keep increasing. So for example, there were no side groups at all in this one. There were no side groups in this one. But in this third, we finally had enough double crochets going that we have 1 side group. Here's the first side group, and then if we keep going, there's a second one in that space. So actually, let me finish this so we're all clear on what the side will look like. I'm just going to do my chain 2. All right, so you can see the difference between this side and this side. So as we move down, I'm going to add another one of these groups of double crochets. It's always going to be in 3s. So our group of 3 double crochets, and then into these spaces here. And that's where we're going to do our side pieces. All right, so we had 2 groups or 2 holes there. So now we have 2 new segments there. And then down here, it's going to be the same thing. To there, and then adding on to our last group here. And then that's just going to keep building and building and building. And so you're going to have more of these with each row. All right, so I am going to keep going. And this will use up the entire skein. And if you wanted yours to be a little bit bigger, you're probably going to want to get a second skein. Okay, so once you have gotten to your last row, mine took up that entire ball of yarn. So I'm just going to cinch that shut, grab a tapestry needle, and I'm going to start weaving in my end. Otherwise, here we are. So that's gonna do it for today. Thank you guys for watching my video. I really appreciate your support, and if you like these kinds of projects, please give this video a like and subscribe to my channel for more ideas. I do try to post content at least once a week. You can also follow me on social media for quick links, upcoming videos, and some other things. So, see you next time.